Good day everyone, I am Seidel Jane Dr. Domingo and today I will be discussing the second part of the historical background of Filipino grievances against Governor Leonard Wood by the Commission on Independence. This presentation will explore Wood's tenure as Governor General of the Philippines, the policies he implemented, and the opposition from Filipino officials in pursuit of independence and self-governance. Before discussing the grievances, let's first understand who Leonard Wood was. Wood was a United States Army Major General, physician, and public official. He served as the Chief of Staff of the United States Army, Military Governor of Cuba, and Governor General of the Philippines. Wood was a graduate of Harvard Medical School 1884 and began his military career the next year as a civilian contract surgeon with the U.S. Army in the Southwest, achieving the rank of captain and assistant surgeon by 1891. He was also awarded a Medal of Honor for his service with the expedition against the Apache Indians who were resisting the capture of their leader, Geronimo, in 1886. He was appointed as Governor General of the Philippines in 1921 by President Harding, and Filipino politicians initially believed he would serve briefly before moving on to another position, but he remained in office until his death in 1927. During his tenure, Wood reasserted the Governor General's powers, which had been reduced under the previous administration. He closely monitored local officials, investigated their misconduct, vetoed multiple bills, and appointed American military personnel to key government positions, creating what was known as khaki cabinet. These actions led to strong opposition from Filipino officials, particularly Senate President Manuel Quezon, who viewed his governance as a direct challenge to Filipino autonomy. The growing discontent among Filipino officials came to a head in 1923 during the cabinet crisis, with the reinstatement of Ray Conley, a Manila police officer accused of accepting bribes from gambling lords. The case was initially brought forward by Mr. Amario, secretary to the Manila mayor, who presented an alleged telephone conversation as evidence. Though the court acquitted Conley, Mayor Ramon Fernandez and Justice Secretary Jose P. Laurel requested Wood's permission to conduct a further investigation, believing the ruling had been influenced by Conley's American status. Wood denied the request and instead formed a board composed of his own government officials, which also ruled Conley not guilty. This decision outraged Filipino leaders who argued that Conley was acquitted not because he was innocent but because he was American. As a response to Wood's decision, Mayor Fernandez and Secretary Laurel resigned from their positions. In solidarity, Senate President Quezon and Speaker Rojas also resigned from the Council of State, marking a unified stand against Wood's leadership. This mass resignation was a powerful political statement, signaling that Filipino leaders would not tolerate the continued suppression of their governance rights. The conflict escalated further when Quezon and his allies communicated directly with U.S. President Harding, outlining their grievances and expressing their intent to send a delegation to the United States to formally protest Wood's leadership. Wood, in an attempt to reconcile, tried to win back the resigning officials, but they refused to return. With no other choice, he accepted their resignations and appointed their deputies as replacements. This act only solidified the opposition against him, further fueling Filipino nationalism and the push for independence. Thank you for listening.